Hello everybody and welcome to part 8 of Let's Play Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. Today I'm going to do Armor Outpost. This is something like village in first quarter, so this is the place to spend all this money, so let's start. This is Wallace. He's a knight suited in bronze and blue armor, a different palette from that of Farrell's, the village's guard. Like Farrell's, he keeps his visor open. Wallace welcomes Shovel Knight as he first attempts to enter the armor outpost. First thing I like to do is visit the fancy shop, a shop dedicated to hats and clothing. It seems to be owned by Mr. Hat. The shop's signboard, similarly to the one found in the village, can be struck for some magic or power jars to drop, with the large one always being the last one. This is Peacock Gent. When Shovel Knight approaches him, he claims to be rich enough to buy the store, but forgot his wallet. He asks Shovel Knight if he can loan him money so he can buy a hat. If Shovel Knight does, the peacock will be surprised that his ploy worked and will leave the outpost. This is Leo. He is seen wanting to buy something, but claims he is only 1,000 gold short for the purchase. He asks Shovel Knight if he can loan him the needed money. When Shovel Knight pays, Leo purchases the item and leaves the outpost. And this is Dolly. She is looking into buying a beret, but cannot afford it. She asks Shovel Knight if he is able to buy it for her. When he does so, she thanks him and leaves the outpost. This is Mr. Hat. Mr. Hat is one of the wandering travelers in the world of Shovel Knight. This character was created by Alexander Hatman Hatsakides as a director for a day. He runs the fancy shop at the armor outpost and specializes in hats. Mr. Hat appears as a sophisticated man, wearing a large grey and brown trench coat with brown trousers and shoes. He wears a golden helmet, hiding his face, and carries a wooden cane with a red jewel at the tip. When fighting, he puts a hat on his head, with each type of hat defining his fighting style. He then uses his cane either to displace himself or as a sword. And let's do the next thing. Let's visit Aerial Anvil. Jump on the well, and then on a ladder and climb. Let's visit Aerial Anvil. This is Armorer. He sells different armors which Shovel Knight can purchase. There's 5 armor to purchase. The final guard is the cheapest armor Shovel Knight can buy, costing only 3,000 gold. Fittingly, its function is to reduce the amount of gold lost on death from 25% to 12%, making it great to preserve money in case of multiple deaths. The Conjurer's Coat is a reasonably cheap armor at a cost of 4,000 gold. It adds 50 points to Shovel Knight's magic capacity, as well as ensuring enemies always drop magic jars. The trade-off is that the armor doubles the amount of damage Shovel Knight takes. The Dynamo Mail is a silver armor that costs 6,000 gold to purchase. As the description states, after just 2 shovel drops, Shovel Knight gains a charge slash similar to the one the charge handle enables, but without its movement penalties. After a certain amount of time without using the charge slash or performing more shovel drops, the charge runs out, and more shovel drops must be performed to gain a new charge slash. The Mail of Momentum is a black armor with red horns that costs 6,000 gold. It considerably reduces knockback when struck by enemies, but also lowers Shovel Knight's traction, meaning he doesn't stop immediately. The ornate armor is the most expensive armor the armorer can sell, at a whopping 8,000 gold price. As its description states, it offers no special combat or movement benefits, and that with Shovelsmith, he can upgrade Shovel Knight's shovel blade with special abilities. He sells 3 upgrades. One of the 3 improvements for the shovel blade, the trench blade, causes dig piles to be dug up in one fell swoop. One of the 3 improvements for the shovel blade, the charge handle, allows the use of a charge attack by holding down the attack button. When released, the attack does 2 damage and pierces through most defenses, such as that of a Hopicals or gold armor. On the other hand, as long as the attack is charged, Shovel Knight moves far slower, unlike the charge attack given by the Dynamo Mail. The drop spark is one of the 3 improvements that Shovel Knight can purchase for the shovel blade, that you can purchase from the Shovelsmith at the armor outpost for 6,000 gold. The drop spark causes a ground-based projectile to appear when Shovel Knight swings the shovel blade at full health. If you stand on the catapult, you are going to land on village. So I'm going to skip it. A new wandering traveler appeared. This is Baz. Baz is one of the wandering travelers in the world of Shovel Knight. Baz was created by Matt and Wooly of the Best Friends Zaibatsu as directors for a day. Baz is a man with a mission to prove himself strong and be recognized by his strength. His iron will is second to none. His dream is to join with the Order, even though he has no clear reason to do so other than status. He is quite loud and often obnoxious, being a bit clueless. Despite trying his hardest to look cool, the Baz gets emotional over the slightest things. When Shovel Knight encounters Baz in Shovel of Hope, he is still fuming from being rejected by the Order of No Quarter. He expresses the belief that if he defeats Shovel Knight, he will be a knight, and thus he can join the Order. After being defeated, he breaks down crying that he will never be able to join the Order. And funniest thing you can do is punch him to get some money. And let's do Hall of Champions, since it's really short stage. The Hall of Champions is an optional stage in the second quadrant. You must pay a one-time fee of 5,000 gold to the ticketer to enter the building. One please. I hope to enjoy visit. And I can't leave now, because door are closed. As he said, this place has been haunted by ghosts and everybody is trapped inside. This whole stage is filled with Invisishade, which you must defeat with Light Orb to continue. I do not know if I explained what Light Orb is, so I'm going to explain right now. The Light Orbs are a unique obstacle located in the Hall of Champions in Shovel of Hope. When struck by Shovel Knight they release 4 beams of light, 2 horizontally and 2 vertically. These beams of light are the only thing capable to harm the otherwise invulnerable Invisishades. The Hall of Champions is filled with portraits of people who donated $200 or more to the Kickstarter campaign. This is referenced in its description of being a monument to those who founded this great land, as well as being hinted towards in many pieces of dialogue surrounding the location. So there's not much to talk about this place, so I'm going to speed up this part. The big creep appears in either the first floor or second floor center room of the Hall of Champions once Shovel Knight has eliminated all of the Invisishades and lit up all the corridors. It appears to be comprised of multiple Invisishades as seen when it first forms. Like the Invisishades, it can only be harmed by attacking it with the light orbs. Defeating it for the first time unlocks the Hall Champion feat. He has 6 attacks: summon Invisishades, create duplicates, summon energy skulls, teleport, floating skull and falling skull. Floating skulls are summoned when the big creep loses to health. 2 will float back and forth in a figure 8, dropping smaller skulls that damage Shovel Knight while he tries to dodge the boss. They cannot be damaged, but will burst into smoke when the boss is defeated. Falling skulls are spawned by floating skulls at a fast rate to make it harder for Shovel Knight to avoid the boss. They flash pink and blue and descend slowly toward the ground. And again they make fun about Shovel Knight being Kickstarter project. And feat accomplished Hall Champion. Before I end the episode, let's give Bard his music sheets. I have 4 music sheets to give him: 2 armor outposts called Courage Under Fire and Bucklers and Bonnets, and 2 from Hall of Champions called The Donor's Despair and Backed into a Corner. And I'm going to end a part here. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in next one.